nice that you think you should
at
do that.
LSYO. We would like to first welcome you to our concert entitled
After we tune, then you go up.
This is the 27th season by the Los Angeles Orchestra. We will be playing pieces including Symphony, D minor, The March of Carmen, and Ode to Joy. But before we begin, I'd like to give a special shout out to you, the audience. We thank you for coming here, not just tonight, but always helping us get to and from places and encouraging us to pursue music. We would also like to thank the board of directors and the Urban Arts Center for giving us a place to make music. A special thank you to Mr. Robert Fishman, our head director here at LSYO, our conductor, Maestro Marvin Virgino, our concert master, Reagan Brown, and no one but the least, Mr. Robert Carter Austin, the man who makes all this work. Now, if you will relax, turn on your ears, and please enjoy the stars of tonight, the Lone Star Youth Orchestra.
Our first piece is Danza Rusticana by Elia Del Borgo. Del Borgo was an American composer and educator born in New York in 1938. He spent much of his life teaching and writing music, creating over 600 works that are performed all over the world. Danza Rusticana, which means rustic dance, was written in 1988 and captures the lively energy of folk celebration. You'll hear strong rhythms, bold lines, and vibrant percussion that all together paint a picture of a lively celebration with dancers moving with joy and spirit. It's one of my personal favorites to play, especially as a trombone player, since it puts the spotlight on the brass section, allowing us to shine and keep the pulse of the dance alive from start to finish.
Good evening once again. The next piece that we'll be playing is Symphony Number 8 in D minor by Franz Schubert. As a young boy, like most great musicians, Schubert started his composition and music life quite early, receiving a violin from his father and then learning piano lessons from his brother. He later got accepted into music school where he would spend the majority of his adolescent life. As he grew older, he decided to come home and study something else, which was surprisingly unique for most composers. He decided to become a school teacher, yet he did not leave his passion of music behind. The reason why this is called the Unfinished Symphony is because this was one of Schubert's more interesting pieces, to say the least. He started working on it, and he never finished it. There has been a lot of pages blank just in the middle. There's a beginning and end, but after that, nothing much, and nothing else that we can describe. The reason why he didn't finish it is just he forgot. He put it away for too long, and sadly, like life, it caught up to him, and he never got to complete his masterpiece. But we do have two movements from him that he did complete. These movements are unique and interesting because they give us a very mysterious vibe while still being very light and jovial. I hope you enjoy the Unfinished Symphony.
Yep, we get off now.
My name is Maddie Kurtogui. I'm in the ninth grade and I attend Grand Prairie Arts Academy. The next song we will be playing is called Fantasia on a 17th Century Tune. This song was composed by Richard Stevens. Stevens was born on March 30th, 1929 in Salt Lake City, Utah, but sadly died on May 15, 2021. Fantasia on a 17th Century Tune, normally published as Meditation, is an expressive piece suitable for festivals or concerts. Stephen was a former professor and conductor at the Crane School of Music in Buffalo, New York.
read the stat that chess players at least every match is taking about 10,000 calories every match. I'm probably sitting about 20 right now. Thank you so much, nerds, for joining us this season. It's been a great few weeks with your students. I know we started rehearsing since early September. I know we're in November, right? But I've really seen them about 9 times. So I see these kiddos not about once a week for about 2.5 hours. And all the work that we do is here on stage this evening. So thanks so much for your support. There are a few people that I would like to recognize, and Rock gave me a script to read, and you all know how Rock can be, so let me read that script for us. Let's see. Alright, so we would like to recognize a few people. The first person we would like to recognize is Michael Sanson, our bass player, right back here. Wave, Michael. Michael is a freshman at the South Burlington Collegiate at Mendes High School. He got first chair All-City Honors in Irving ISD Honors Orchestra and third chair All Region Honors for the Region 20 Honors Orchestra. Let's give it up again for Now, we did have a good kiddos participate in the All Region auditions and make the All Region Orchestra. String players, if you made the All Region Orchestra for your region, could you please go ahead and stand up to be recognized, please? Thank you very much. Now, then they have their auditions in the spring semester, so we don't have anybody that made the please stand up? We do good things at the beginning of every rehearsal, or at least after every break, and good for you to share anything that's going on. And band kids every single week will say we got first place, we got first place, we got first place. So they're doing some great work for their band programs. The kiddos you see on stage this evening range from 7th grade all the way to 12th grade. They come from multiple districts, and some of them have the best orchestra directors in the world. Others come from schools that don't have an orchestra program. Same thing with the band. There's a few kiddos that are not in band, a few kiddos that are in band. So if you're a student sitting out there that's interested in possibly joining the orchestra, you're thinking to yourself, I don't know that I have time, I don't know that I would be good enough, please talk to me after the concert, and we'll be happy to arrange an audition for you. And hopefully we can have you on stage for the next concert. Lastly, I would like to recognize Mr. Ron Fish, and he's in the back, and help him out a little bit later. But can we please give a hand to Mr. Ron Fish? There's no words that I could say to really sell us for our kiddos, and from scheduling, the rehearsal halls, the stage, the concerts, sending the emails, ordering the pizza, it really goes above and beyond for the kiddos. So we appreciate you, Mr. Fisher. We got a couple more pieces for you, and I think we have a kiddo that's going to come up and read some notes for us. So who is that going to be?
Good evening. It's me again. I'm Raven. And our next piece is The Toreador or the aria George chose to be World. It is a famous piece from George Bizet's opera, Colin. George Bizet was born on October 25th, 1838 in Paris, France, and died on June 3rd, 1875. Carmen was Bizet's final opera, and production was delayed because of fears that it themes of betrayal and murder within the audiences. It premiered on March 3rd, 1875. Bizet was convinced that his work was a failure. The 3 months later, he died of a heart attack and never realized the proof of his spectacular and enduring success. The tune should be easily recognizable and used in classics such as Gilligan's Island, Bad News Bears, plus even the children's video game 5 Nights at Freddy's. Enjoy!
please share those with them. If you love what we're doing, if you love what you hear, please let them know that it's the first country using the baton. So if you hate the baton, you don't have to say that. I don't like the last person using the baton, right? So let them know your thoughts and opinions whenever you send out that email. We got one more piece, and let's get over to it. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Rachel Hollis from Singing High School. Our final piece tonight is An Ode to Joy by Ludwig van Beethoven, arranged by Tom Parrish. Beethoven was born in Bonn, Germany in 1770 and passed away in 1827. Even though he began to his career in his late 20s, he continued to compose some of the most powerful music ever written. Beethoven composed Ode to Joy in Vienna, Austria, around 1823 to 1824, as the final movement of the Symphony No. 9 in D minor. This piece is arranged by Todd Parrish, specifically for school orchestras, so it's tailored for younger and developing musicians, accommodating beginner, intermediate, and advanced players. Todd Parrish has taught public school orchestras for many years and worked as a veteran for school orchestra publication. This piece is brought by direct classroom experience and tempo. How can you make the arrangement? Choosing keys, parts, and levels with other players in mind. Thank you for listening. We hope our performance of the Ode to Joy brings you as much joy as it brought us as a man.
Thank you.